I want to I want to bid all of you welcome. And this time, I will skip the formal introduction. I think on these very big platforms, World Mass 3, English speaking, and on African Humanist Forum platform, we see so many examples of what the uh, World Mass 3 is all about. So we have the advocacy already, and I think the best, the interesting thing we can do here is to, act on an open floor and hear the experiences and try to know as much as we can of what is happening. And and our aim now is to use the next 4 weeks to use all our means to spread out as widely as we can in the English-speaking countries. Uh, in the 4 weeks, we have now to the 2nd of October. So this is like brainstorming coming forth with. Yeah. So I leave the meeting to the open floor. So if someone wants to share experiences, Ragnar, please, Ragnar. Ragnar wants to share experience.
If I can raise my hand, and it's so nice to see all of you. And I think it's good we do it the Kenyan way, where we have a meeting. We ask each and everyone to introduce themselves and tell a little bit about how they are taking part in this, what activity they want to do, and then we can have an open floor after that.
This call is now being
So
recorded.
who will start? Who will start? Let's introduce ourselves and tell a little bit about us and our project. Vincent, Atiam, can you start?
Okay, hi everyone. Hi to my name is Atiam Vincent. I'm the coordinator for Uganda. As Uganda, we are so far developed a team, I think of around 15 people, and we are still working hard to make sure that we have more people that can help us to coordinate the program in the entire country. As Uganda, we are very ready for everything. We are very ready to fight for gender-based violence. So I'm going to take this chance to welcome everyone, every Ugandans who are on the call. I do welcome you all. Feel free, feel at home. In case it is your turn for you to communicate, feel free. This is a home where everyone is expected at least to have an idea. But if you don't have an idea, please, you keep quiet and then you listen. But I welcome everyone for the meeting.
Thank you, Vincent. We were just talking about you in the meeting today because we were going all around, and the meeting or going to Uganda was a mistake, but we want to take you into the team, into the organizing team and the meetings. Thank you very much. Maybe Tiranku, can you talk? Anyone who's next, lift your hand.
Joseph O'Keering has his hand.
Yeah, thank you very much, team. I'm called Rachkara Yusin. I'm from Uganda. I'm very happy to be a part of this transformative initiative. I'm very passionate in contributing to this goal. Gender-based violence, it's a very chronic thing that needs to be fought because these are violence that is directed against a person because of that person's gender. And there are very many causes of those gender-based violence here in Uganda. Like in northern Uganda, where I'm from, people suffered from wars, civil wars, and those are people that were displaced from their land, and then they were confined in in camps. So there were a lot of cases of gender-based violence that is still happening up to now, and I'm very happy to contribute in the fight against gender-based violence. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Who's next?
And Rango has raised hand.
Come on, pick up. Who's next? Julius, you're coordinating this meeting. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 hands up.
Yeah, so let's say, Joseph or Kirin, can you tell us something about yourself and introduce you? I think we need to have a short but nice introductions because many are raising their hands. So Joseph, you can tell us.
Okay, absolutely. I am so blessed to be in the meeting. And what I want just to say, just to bless the name of the Lord for this meeting today. As I told you before, when we had a meeting at Shalom, that Kibera is a place actually where we need to spread this issue of gender-based violence because we are passing through difficulties in Kibera, and we need actually the people of Kibera to be reached and to be taught about gender-based in Kibera, because we are passing a lot of difficulties concerning children and their parents in Kibera. As I told you last, that a problem in Kibera is so much big because people, they were staying in one room. You get the father, the mother, and children staying together, and they are grown-up children together at the same room, which actually brings a lot of problems, a lot of fight, a lot of separations between parents, between husbands and their wives. And because of that issue, actually, I am so much eager to be in the group because we have a lot of encouragement in Kibera. That's why I told you we started a group of children and youths and women empowerment and men empowerment in Kibera. So the purpose is to spread the gender-based values to encourage us that we are together in this fight, and we are ready to join hands together and to bring awareness in Kibera and to teach people about gender-based violence. So may God bless you, and we are praying for the upcoming meeting so that we can enter to the system and start working. So may God bless you so much. And may God bless you, and may God raise you up, and God bless you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joseph. And
Thank you, Joseph, very much.
very nice testimony and very
You are welcome.
inspiring us to respond to those problems. And then Ndiragu. Who is that? You want to say something?
Tiranko, please speak out. He's from Tenerife.
Oh, I see. That's so interesting.
Tiranko, you're mute. Please speak. We are so happy to meet you. Okay, I think we have a network problem from Tenerife. That is not that is all the time. So maybe somebody else can start.
Lambert needs Pipa.
Lambert, please speak out. Take the floor. You're muted. Lambert.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, here in Tenerife, we have a very diverse problem on gender-based violence because there is early marriages here. Although the people here, they are trying to hide all about it, but it's like a normal thing because as young as 9 years, girls are circumcised and also married off at the age of 12 years. And I'm happy with Lagna and Tracy. They were here and they were talking about making a point of having a center to rescue these girls. We are very proud about that. Congratulations. I'm in the meeting and we are going to also continue sharing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This was very important. Very important for your contribution.
Thank you.
Can I add
Yes,
something
please.
little bit?
Yes. Thank you very much. And then Lambert, you can start. You are muted.
No, Joseph is trying to talk. Please continue.
Yeah, thank you. There's something that I wanted. Yeah, the issue my brother at Tana Delta has spoken is also the same issue that we are passing in Kibera because because of this gender-based a problem for youths to get pregnant in early age. And also we are fighting for that, and that's the major problem in Kibera, because these things actually was been a problem even in our churches in Kibera, because the biggest issue is when the parents, as I told you, that the problem is you get parents living together with their children, and because of problem of getting some rooms or getting a place to accommodate the entire family has become actually a lot of that makes many children to have pregnancy in Kibera because of poverty, and also because of lack, because of also the issue of unemployment. It's also encouraging these problems for our young ladies in Kibera to get pregnant in early ages. So I believe if only this issue is going to be tackled, I know that Kibera is going to be saved. I thank God, because actually there's some issues that we are looking in Kibera for early marriages, for pregnancy, because of these small issues that we are looking at. You get parents sleeping with their children at the same house, and because of poverty and lack, they cannot be able to get 2 rooms for them to sleep. So we need just to see this in a deeper. How can we reach these people, and how can we make this awareness to reach them, so that to bring our children from this problem of early pregnancy. So that's what I wanted just to add on top for what I was been talking about before. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Those are very significant contributions coming from you about the gender-based violence. So we have here more with Duke. You want to speak?
Yeah,
Please, welcome.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Duke Nyakweba, and I'm from lower parts of Kisii, Western Kenya,
Yeah.
and I'm the chairman of one of the local community-based organizations. The organization is about 9 months old. We launched it in December last year, and the purpose was to help the community understand, because it has been found to be the first community-based organization being formed with the agenda of gender-based violence, and the community in terms of helping people to understand more about this gender-based violence, because I personally, as the founder, had a problem. There is a problem in the community where people were fighting, men and women, supposed to fight, and then because of maybe problems in family, lack of family, and this affects most of the children not going to school because they don't get services which they are required to have, so that they can attend school. And this also brought to found that there was a big problem in who were being affected so much. You know, in city, there is a between the basic circumstance and everything. And people like us who are informed about this gender-based violence, we came together and decided to form the group purposely to help the community to understand more about this. Much has been shared when we had a meeting in TC together with Tracy and the other group like Eric and the others. And we shared much. Even Ragnar was there, we shared a lot. And I managed to share with them our profile of what we do. And also I remember sharing it in the with Eric and Tracy. I think all what we do is very much explained there, and we want to say that thank you for coming up with this program, and it is really a very, very, very important program, and I believe it is going to transform our community. It's going to transform our community if we will hold hands together and march towards this and against this gender-based violence. Thank you so much, and may God bless you for this program. Tracy, thank you so much. Serge, thank you so much. Ragnar, I'm really grateful to have you around 50 and the program and the program is really coming up very well. We have done a little bit of sensitizing people about this gender-based violence in the community, and we are seeing a great change. Yeah, although we haven't done much, we like also those people who are informed like Chelsea to come to the ground and assist the community. You know, when they see new people, they come to understand these two things. Even if we were told by youth, even if we were told by other people of the community here, but we need also visitors who can come and newspapers who can come and engineer these things and put it on it so that people may understand that and may know what they are supposed to. So thank you so much for the time given and thank you for the program. We are looking forward to hold hands in the third world match, and I know it's going to be in
Thank you, Joe, for your contribution. This was very nice, and thank you for that. But I am thinking now that because there are so many people that want to share their experiences and thoughts and feelings, and then we try to be a little bit synthetic and short. And I will start by reading from Eugene Terry.
Can I reply to Duke? Thank you so much. We were together in DC, and you're part of group with Paris, and we are trying to help each other as much as possible. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you. I will now read some in the chat here. Eugene has written here, Julius and the organizing team, I'm pleased by the heartfelt impact you are doing on people. I am following the movement and people's lives. I'm still in process. And then Lambert, he is trying to, please Lambert. Please Lambert. Be welcome to speak, but you are muted now. Someone else try, like Simone Ceciliani, Ocean Hudson, and Rangu is still there. So please, if you can simply go forward.
Then.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Hello.
I want to on and it's a pleasure being on. And I was invited by a friend by the names of Chen Hudson, and I come from Uganda and northern part of it. Yes, as I've seen, people have contributed and aired out their views. I also want to add on onto the issues that are causing the gender-based violence, and I want to thank the organization so much. Now, this particular time, I want to talk about northern Uganda. As a lot of people and the world know, in northern Uganda, we had war, and the war was for so long that made very people started producing at a very early age. And because of that, when you produce at an early age, then these people who were produced at the early age, again, they are now the ones again producing. And the other thing that's making life so hard, education. People lacked education because of that prolonged war. The other issues are issues of fighting for land. So, see, men and women be fighting for land. And the other issue also I want to touch on, in some of those areas, up country, they are hard to reach area. So it makes it very hard, like to reach out to people, the local community, because these days, however, there are radio station and what have you, but sometimes even the radio signals, you cannot teach, and the information reaches people. For now, I can stop there, but if time allows, still I'll put in more. Though it is my first time coming, but I've embraced. Thanks very much for everyone for tuning. Thanks.
Thank you, Ocean Hudson. This is very touching, and it shows how it is important for.
Thank you so much.
It's so important to have the world march going to reveal such terrible situations that most people don't know about. So thank you very, very much. So
I'm humble. I'm humble.
thank you again. And then we have still queue of people that want to contribute. Simone?
Yes. Hello to everybody.
Please.
Yes, I'm Simone from Community Pop Zone 23rd. We are based in Kenya. Currently, I'm in Italy for holiday, but in October, I will be back to Kenya. So we are located in Githurai, in the middle between Githurai and Kau Est. So for those who comes from Kenya, they understand the place. And we deal with violence quite every day because we share our life with street boys, street girls. We have a project to help sex workers in the clubs. So we really deal daily with cases of gender-based violence and also violence in general, so towards the children, towards also the people. And so we are really happy to be part of this and to raise our voice to fight against gender-based violence and violence in general. And then one of our mission and vocation is to give voice to the voiceless. And so we really think that to bring the women that we are helping, for example, the people who are victims of those violence, to bring them to the march, to the run, and also possibly to give them the possibility of speaking out will be really great. So this is something that really we can do. We can mobilize a lot of people, and also we have project in Turkana, and as somebody else was saying before, we deal also with early marriages, which is really common in those areas of North Kenya, and so it's something that I already heard from other speakers, and it's something that also we see every time we go to Turkana. So it would be wonderful also to develop something there, maybe an initiative, or to invite somebody from those areas to come and also have a voice during the march. This is just to cut it short. This is our experience in Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. It was good to have this contribution, and thank you so much. And Quisera Paul has raised hand. Please, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I just want to add one point on what others have said. So on the issue of gender-based violence is also observed here in Burundi, because I have some parents living near me who have not taken their girl children at school. So I just share with them the reason why they don't take their children to school. They say that education of girls here in Burundi is not important. The only child that is taken to school is a boy. So since now we have come up with this kind of organization whereby people are being taught on how they can now mobilize people around them to change certain habit that people have. So it is now great now time for us to maybe approach those parents who do not take their children, girls who are not taken to school, to start now taking them to school, because it's not only a boy who is supposed to learn, even a girl is also supposed to have that kind of education, because education is a key factor for our lives. If you are not educated, no way you can live good life. So we are now approaching those parents who have that kind of idea to change it, because if they don't change, it's only a boy who is going to be educated, and then a girl is going now to be left out. So thank you very much for coming up with this kind of teachings. So we are now being empowered so that we can go and empower the community and change some of the habit that they have, so that they can maybe be like others. Thank you very much for this contribution, and I'm very much happy to be heard today by you, because there is many days I've been trying to join the meeting, but in vain, because of internet connection here in Burundi we have here. So that's the problem, and thank you very much as we continue this kind of a program. Thank you.
Thank you, Quetzeria. And thank you for casting this light on this fight against gender-based violence and generally violence and moving towards peace is the education. And I remember that Sheila, the founder of the movement, the humanist movement, said once that a nation that is well educated, is healthy and well educated, can draw water from stones. So really, this is a central thing in all our work, education. So we have here more that even some more that have not Apple. Apple, please.
Yes, I want to take this opportunity to greet all of you who are in this platform today.
Sarah, please can you silence your phone, please? Because we're only not. Oh, where is this coming from? There's no
Um, uh,
outside noises.
yes, I'm currently in Nairobi, and I was supposed to be together with the team where Ragnar is and the rest of the team, but I'm taking care of T-shirts for the Third World March and other items that are needed. So I want to appreciate each one of us who is in this platform today, and it is not for we don't take it for granted that you are among those who are in this platform, and at least as the number increases, we are inviting you to be part of the process. Let us have a clear agenda in terms of everyone on board knowing exactly what is supposed to be done at what time and their contribution. We also get to know the background of from which they are coming from, and this will be coordinated by the team that comes on board, one representative from each of the organizations represented, and also the structure of those coordinating activities in various countries and representing the countries and the cities and the towns where they come from and the regions. So we will be working towards harmonizing that. It may not be very clear as of now, but when each one of us comes on board, then it becomes very easy for us to be able to have that structure. So we are taking this time to invite you in particular and also invite others who are out there to partner with each one of us for the run that is upcoming against gender-based violence, for peace and non-violence. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Abel, for this good, constructive input. And now we have Charles Maguma. He has not talked before. So please, Charles, you wanted to introduce yourself and talk to us? Please feel welcome, Charles. You are muted, Charles. You need to unmute your microphone. You can do it down there. There is an icon. Well, the internet connection seems to have be bothering us again. So if there are any that want to contribute and have not been able to, get to express themselves, please do so. So, yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to add about Tana River, where there is the pastoralist community, and we have the farmers. And on peace building, there has been a conflict of farmers and the pastoralists, because when farmers get to grow their crops, now the pastoralists now come and head their cattle, and they start fighting. Like today, we had been with the alternative justice system of solving cases that are pending in court for the livestock conflict and farmers conflict. And we are trying as peacekeepers to remove the case from court, and so that we can talk as a ground. We come up with a ground solution, a solution where we don't involve a lot of law enforcement, but you use neighborhood, love, and creating peace. So as a council of elders in this area, we are very much working upon minimizing this conflict of farmers and livestock. Like today, we are talking about how we are going to remove a case where two boys who are heading from the pastoral community were attacked by the Durma community. Durma community is from the farmer side, and they were injured. So we sat down and negotiated on how we are going to make peace. And we came up with a solution that there is no fight again. What is needed is to compensate on the ground the affected person who are in hospital to be treated. Then also get to have one cow as a compensation and to the pastoralist community, to those boys, so that they can take soup. They can boil soup because they have been beaten up and they are bedridden, so they will take soup. So there was that compensation of one cow. If you can imagine where we are in court, the court could have asked for a lot than one cow. But the elders come together and bring peace. And if there were a lot of changes that could have been made through the court, they are dropped. And that is the situation here. And we are still contributing. Thank you.
Thank you, Tirango, for your input of a very special circumstances in south of, what is the area called? In south of Kenya, no?
This is Tana River County.
Tana River, yeah,
Tana River
yeah.
County. Tana River County is not yet planned. And I think I applaud the government right now because they are trying to do the cluster building. Cluster building is as in, we have a load from Marindi to Ramu. Marindi Lamu Road, they want to open a corridor. And any land near the tarmac, the main tarmac, Marindi Lamu Road, inside about 15 kilometers, will be given for settlement to settle the people. So the pastoral will not be moving from one place to another. And this has been a fight for the pastoralist community, moving, looking for pastures. And they used to move with their wives, they move with their children. So most of them don't go to school. Right now, when the clusters are developed, I think we'll have a consistent stay of people, settlement along one place. And we build schools for this community to start learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Tirango, for painting this picture of the areas that the government, the politician is neglecting. Yeah, those are political. Yeah. So
the government is really positive because, as you can understand, this area is about low land. It is very near the ocean, and flood water from all over the central region do flow here. And there has been a lot of diverse flooding affecting the pastoralists or the farmers who are farming along the main Tana River. We have the Pokomo who are farmers, and also the Kushites. Some of them has already started farming, so you can see them along the river farming. But unfortunately, when the floods come, They are affected and they are thrown away by water. But this time now, the government has come with a solution of withdrawing them out of the riverbanks and taking them to the higher lands. That's why they are doing the cluster development for them to have a permanent solution on household and livelihoods there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your Irango.
Yes.
Eugene Kituri, please, you wanted to express yourself. You have not spoken yet. Please feel free to share with us. Kiteri. You are muted, Kiteri, if you are.
Okay, I am unmuting. Thank you so much. Can you hear me, Julius?
Yes, now I can hear.
Okay, I've chosen to hide myself from the abyss of passion where people are celebrating, people are speaking their choices and what they think. But because I've hidden myself, I have to share what I have for me. Like most of the people are feeling like, what is it that is happening in the African humanist movement? For instance, I'm in Kisii County, yet I am an inborn in Kakamega County, which is almost 250 kilometers. What does that tell you, Julius? It means I'm sacrificing for people who are away more than the people who are in and they know me. That means I'm a humanitarian. I do not sacrifice for people who are following me and who know me, but I'm choosing to advocate for the peace, sustenance, and the push for the human invocation for beauty and growth in terms of people who do not know who I am. So definitely, for the sake of time, I want to say that like people in Kisii, I'm from I'm from Kakamega, and most of the people are like, what is the African humanist movement? I've taught them what we are doing and like who we are, and the people are pushing for it. So, in a nutshell, I want you to advocate for a peace initiative where people do not advocate for the titles and the things people have achieved in their lives, but what is it that they can give back to the society? So I'm in Kisii right now. I'm experiencing a lot of things in Kisii.
Yeah.
But because I want to push it forth, I have to be humble and push the information forth. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying, Julius, can we liaise with the people who are feeling the pinch of what is happening on the ground? Most people are sleeping hungry, and we have to measure what is it that they are experiencing in their hungry season. I'm not taking it for granted, Julius. I've chosen to be here for the last 5 hours, and it's not for granted, but it is for the sake of people pushing forth. In fact, I've been with Ragnar for a couple of 2 days ago in Kisumu. He came to Kisii. He promoted what I'm doing, and he's a good guy. Please, can we advocate for peace and the message of hope and growth in terms of what we are doing? So, Julius, everything is cool and the nature is taking progress in everything. We are growing awesomely and we are not taking it for granted. So, can we push it forth? Because God is in control.
Thank you.
And yeah,
Thank
Julius.
you for your.
So, Julia, just a minute of your time so that I don't waste a lot of your time. We're together because I've met a lot of people. They are intoxicated, but they have a message for hope. And I'm trying to put them in equilibrium with what we are doing. So we are moving together, especially in the focus of the Third World March run in Kisumu, because Kisumu and Kisii is so close. I want them to be part and parcel of everything. I know we are going to push forth, and may God bless everything, Julius. And we are together. May God bless.
Thank you, Eugene, and for your powerful call for uniting as humanists and minding the actual condition of the people on the
Just a
ground.
minute of your Julius, a minute of your time. You know, the
Yes.
fact that just a minute of your time, like the fact that I'm a born again Christian.
Okay.
I've chosen to incorporate a lot of people.
Okay.
Like some of them are not born again and there are atheists, but the fact that they have an opinion to count on what I'm doing, I have got to incorporate them. And it's working out because we are pushing for the movement in the world, and not Iceland alone, not in Africa alone, not in East African alone. And they're here with me. May God bless. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Kiteri, for your inspiring speech and how it is this idea of uniting the like-minded forces, because no one religion or like school of thought or organization or NGO will change the world, but it will change when we find the way to unite, and so with thousands and hundreds and millions of NGOs all over the world will take the course for humanizing the earth and ending this violence and creating a world where we cooperate and we live in peace with no violence. So thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Yeah.
Oh la la.
Okay.
I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Okay. So more that want to try to speak, Charles Magumba, did you manage to? Can you finish what you were going to say, or? And actually, we are.
Oh, hello.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Charles,
Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Go on.
Okay.
Welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Julius K. Good evening.
Yes, please.
I'm called Baguma Charles, and
Okay.
I'm from Uganda, in the western part. It comprises of different districts. In fact, it is a large populated place, either area.
Please go on.
Network is a bit off and on. I don't know if I'm clear.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm clear.
Yeah,
so now
I hear you.
I have like 2 to 3 things which I need to raise up in this meeting of ours today.
Yeah.
The first thing lies on that in the next coming meeting, if at all we are to meet, let's first be having an agenda that whoever is going to communicate, either to contribute in this meeting of ours, we should be following an agenda such that guides us very well which point are we going to start with and which one is going to be the last, such that the meeting is organized very well. It is a suggestion. That's one. Then two, in some previous days, there is one of NGOs which I was working with, and this NGO was working in the refugees settlement. This settlement, it's called Bidi Refugees Settlement, the second biggest refugees settlement in the whole world. And it is situated, either located in Uganda, northern part of Uganda, in a district called Yumbe. We had a program of gender-based violence in the community, either in the settlement. And we had an approach that we were using to make sure that this message we want to deliver to the community reaches them very well, because in a community, it's not all people that they are educated. There are some people who are educated and there are some people who are not educated. So in all this program, we want to reach out to the community, up to the lower person. We need to use the same way we used to use in this way. So which approach were we using by then? We were using the approach of aspire. The word, it is aspire, as an approach which we were using. It is spelled like this. It is letter A, letter S, P, I, R, E. What does it mean in full? It means A stands for ask, then S stands for saw, and letter P stands for probe. Then I,
Pro, yeah?
Probing.
Probing. Yeah.
Probe.
Yeah.
You probe, okay?
Yeah.
Then letter I, it stands for inform.
Okay.
Then letter R stands for request. You request. Then letter E, you examine. So now, when it comes to ask, when you are going to inseminate any program in a community, first what you do, you first ask.
The last letter was E, for standing for what?
Examine. Examine, yes.
Okay, great.
Yes. Am I clear? So now, for you to inseminate the message up to the lowest person down in the community, we should be using this approach of aspire, whereby you go and ask the community, either the group of people you've gone to meet, you first ask them if they know something you want to what? To implement, either to teach them to do. Then two, you saw them. By sewing, sometimes we go with designed pics, either photographs on the sheet of paper, drawing very well. You saw them. After sewing them, what you need them to do. Like, for example, we use it to form a group of care groups in the settlement. These care groups would inseminate a program that how should they be, like breastfeeding their children, washing them. Like, so we would go with designed pics. We first saw them, then after sewing them, then now we probe. By probing, you probe deeply. How do they do it? For them, how were they doing it? You probe. After probing, then you see what you will go forward with. Then you inform them now. Because after you have done probing, you have heard from them. How do they do it? What do they do? Which activities do they do? And you inform them now. Something which they didn't know. Because now you are a technician, you inform them. Then after informing them, now you request for them to implement either to make sure they do what you've told them to do. Then, after requesting them, like for example, if you say, okay, we have learned this, and this, so now I request you to be doing it like this. Then lastly, examine. The second time when you go there, now you go to examine to see the information that you've inseminated in the community. Are these people
So
going back? It means you are going back for examining what you have told, what you have implemented. Is it being practiced in the community? Either no. So that was a kind of a suggestion that as we are running this program up to the lowest person, let's use this approach of Aspire, such that we can manage to inseminate the information that we need to reach out to the community up to the lower level.
Thank you
Then,
so much, Charles, for
then
educating.
another thing, a minute.
Can I
Then
comment?
for the
Okay.
a minute. I'm
Yeah.
finalizing, Sir Julius.
Yeah.
So another thing,
Oh,
I
okay.
suggest.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you because this is such an educating speech you are doing. Please carry on, Charles.
Can I come in just a minute? We have to go to the airport now. I'm going to the airport to fly to Iceland to leave Kenya. I want to thank you for this meeting, but me and Tracy, we have to leave now. Abel, are we meeting somewhere on the road? I will call him. But thank you very much. We have to go to the airport. I'm going to Iceland, and thank you so much for hosting me here in Kenya. We have been doing so many good things. See you on next meeting. Peace, force, and joy.
Peace, force, and joy to
Peace,
you.
force, and joy to you, Ragnar.
Yeah. And my proposal now is that Charles Bagumba, if you would finish your educative speech, because it will be part of the recording of the meeting, and when you have finished, we will put an end to this session of the World March 3 African speaking group, and finish the recording. So please, Charles, I want to ask you to have the last words.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Julius. Once again, I'm Charles Baguma, coordinating western part of Uganda. So the last thing what I wanted to put across is that as we are running this program and we want it to reach down up to the lowest person in the community, we need to be having what we call visibility. So now, because if people see you, there is nothing they see you like either of a kind of a uniform, either identity card that shows them that it is true you've been sent, either you are working with this and this organization for the program you've come for. So visibility is also one thing that we need to consider in this program of ours we are implementing, either we are reaching out to the community. Whereas for security wise, you to go in the community, mobilizing groups, either people that you want to link to them a certain information from a certain NGO, the stakeholders in the government also must be knowing, because you can't just go and stand, you start preaching, talking, if the government officials, mostly security wise, they don't know about this program that is going to be. So that's all what I had about. I remain Waguma Charles from Uganda Western part, And we are very ready with other colleagues of mine to make sure this program succeeds. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Charles. This is a very wonderful contribution from Uganda. And then Abel, he wants to put in a word before we close the meeting.
I want to take this opportunity again to appreciate for the second time and echo what the rest of the team have said, and especially on the part of what Mr. Charles from Western Uganda was talking about in terms of aspire, in terms of feasibility. We are going around to do t-shirts for the Third World March and the upcoming run against GBV that is happening on the 25th, 28th and 30th of November this year. And all this is to drum up support against violence and living a life that is a lifestyle of non-violence. We make it a lifestyle and not a fashion whereby we are going to have a program and say we are going to start from this time to another time and write letters, inform the government. Much of what is happening is more of the self, more of you. How non-violent are you? How is your lifestyle non-violent? How are you able to spread that to the humans, the people around you? When you see a person near you, next to you, looking at you, do you see that person as a human being like you? Or you will have bad feelings about that person? So it starts with us. And that is why we do internal work. That is why we do more of relaxation exercises, more of doing it within ourselves first. And so I know Mr. Julius will be inviting us to those exercises tomorrow on Friday. So it begins with us, so that you cannot give what you don't have. If you have violence, you will give out violence. If you are non-violent, it means all around you will be non-violent. And that is what we are advocating for. We are doing it using media, using online, like the case that is happening now. So this slowly by slowly will bring more of the people around us, and in the activities that we do, in your workplace, even in the garden, even in the societies around you where you are interacting with people, let the people see the human in you. Let humanist begin with you. Then we can begin linking up, getting to know each other, getting to do things together, getting to plan together. And slowly by slowly, each one of us can bring the change they want to see around them. Change is not going to be brought forth by just one person. It will be brought forth by many people walking in the same direction, and that is of peace and non-violence. So I invite all of you to make yourself known, bring yourself forth, so that we can be able to coordinate one another in this forum of African Humanist Forum. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Okay, Abel.
Okay,
So
okay.
that will
Yeah,
be the
Julius, thank you so
first,
much. Julius, how are you?
by those words, we have to finish the meeting. I'm sorry, and because we have a little bit over the time. So I greet you all with peace, force, and joy. And thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you all of you. This was and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.